Hello and welcome back to the Lost Artistry Lash channel. Today I have my client Loren in and we are doing a hybrid lash fill. So I'm going to be working with 0.15 diameter B curl and 0.10 diameter C curl. And when I work with hybrids, I like to work eye to eye and complete 50% of my classics before I move on to 50% of my volumes. So before we really dive into the set, let's just look at how many lashes Loren has left. So I did know in advance that Loren was going to have not many lashes left because she actually hasn't been in for lashes in about 6 weeks, which is crazy that she even has any lashes left. That's awesome. So that means that we've done something right. I do want to run through how I deal with clients who come in with poor retention, especially if they're not coming in within the recommended amount of time. So how I talk to them in a polite yet effective way in order to A, move towards them having better retention in the future, and B, to educate them on what a lash fill is supposed to look like. So as you can see, she doesn't have many lashes left, but her lashes are really clean and the ones that are hanging on are still hanging on so strong and they're so lovely. So I don't have to remove any of them. If they were really wonky and they were twisty and turny, then I may have to do a full removal and then take the lashes off and start from scratch. Let's talk about the timings of our fills. So when it comes to timing, that's completely dependent on you as the artist. I don't want to give out timings that are perfect because my timing may not be perfect for you. So be easy on yourself, but I would say on average, whatever your full set time is, if you cut that in half or just a little bit more than that, then that is a good amount of time for your fill services. So I like to charge for my fills based on timing, but some people do it by weeks. The only thing that I have personally seen become an issue when you charge fills by weeks is some people just simply do not take care of their lashes. And if a client isn't taking good care of their lashes and they're not getting charged extra, then unfortunately you as the artist are the person who is negatively affected by that method. Versus if you have timing, your clients know that if they care for their lashes, then they're gonna get the most out of every single lash service. So that's kind of how I like to price my services out. Obviously, Loren is our model today, so I'm speaking hypothetically, but if she was a paying customer today, what I would do is at the beginning of the service, I would say to her that we usually expect about 50% retention for a standard fill. And because it's been 6 weeks since our last appointment and we only have about 20% retention, I'm gonna need extra time in order to fully fill your lashes. And then I give some options. So I would say something along the lines of, you have a couple options. So depending on your timing, you could say, I have extra time today, but it will be an extra charge. Or let's say you don't have a lot of extra time, that you have a client booked an hour and a half later, or whatever your timing is. In that case, I would say, I don't have time to do a full set today, but I can place the lashes in such a way that they will look beautiful and complete, even though they're not 100% finished. And if she chooses that method, then I would suggest seeing her again a little bit early. So maybe for a mini fill in a week and then another mini fill a week later, and just adding a little bit of extra time on those services and obviously a little bit of an extra cost as well. And then we can get her back on track. Alternatively, if I had lots of time, I could say, okay, we can do your regular fill today, more like a full set, and then I would offer a little bit of a discount just because she does have 20% retention. I would base my pricing on my timing, and I would give her that option. So if I had time, I could charge her a little bit more, but you have to talk to your clients about that at the beginning of the service. You don't want to leave that until after the service because then they were maybe expecting to pay for a fill and they end up getting charged closer to a full set, and that can leave a bad taste in a client's mouth, and we definitely want to avoid that. So it's nice to be upfront and honest in a positive way with your clients before you begin any service and ultimately give them choices. So now you're probably wondering, what would I do in order to speed up a service and have their lashes look complete even though I'm not finishing 100% of the set? So what I would do is evenly space my extensions across the eye. So her lashes actually fell out very evenly, but if they didn't, I would have first balanced the eyes. So let's say she had some on the outer corner here, some on the inner corner, and only some on the outer corners on this eye. Then I would put more on the inner corner to balance the eyes first, and then from there, I would space them like so. I would put one on the inner corner, one on the inner corner, one on the outer corner, one on the outer corner, one in the middle, one in the middle, and then I would go in between that in a pattern where no matter what, the lashes would always look equally full across the eye, and that helps a lot. I find having uncomfortable conversations with your client is hard in the beginning, but once you get into a flow, your business runs so much smoother, and you'll soon realize that clients actually want you to do well within your business, and they really don't mind adjusting their aftercare or their appointments or anything like that, as long as you're open and honest and give them reasons why. Most clients want their lashes, well, not most, all clients want their lashes to last well, and they want their natural lashes to be healthy and strong underneath their extensions. So it's up to us to teach our clients how to achieve that. And in order to do that, we have to be really honest with our clients. Like, let's say someone comes in and they have makeup coated around their lashes and you just can't get it off, or maybe it cuts into their service time. It's important to have a conversation with your client about that and say, hey, I have a cleanser in the bathroom. You can go cleanse your lashes pre-service. Make sure that they're doing a preliminary clean, and that's gonna help save time during the service and helps me put more lashes on instead of removing makeup and wasting time at the beginning of the service. And a bonus to that is if you have, say, a cleanser in the bathroom, ready to go, ready for them to use, then they also get to sample the product and they fall in love with it. So you've saved yourself time, you've given your clients more lashes, and you've made more money during the service because you're selling an aftercare product. So it's a win-win for everyone, and your client goes home with healthy, happy lashes, and they last longer. So at Lost Artistry, we sell our cleansers in bulk if you would like to purchase them in bulk. And it's a really good option because you can purchase, say, 20 of them, and you save money, and then you can mark them up much more. We suggest about 100% markup. But of course, you can sell them for any price that you feel fit. My tweezers of choice today are Lost Artistry Sunset Ultra for isolation and Lost Artistry Crane Ultra tweezers for classics. And then when I work with volumes, I'm gonna work with Lost Artistry Gold Member L-Curve today, I believe. And the reason why I'm working with B-Curl today is because Loren has pretty lifted natural lashes, naturally. And because they're so lifted and she likes a more natural textured finish, I don't wanna curl them too much and potentially hit that brow bone above her eye. I wanna avoid that, but I also wanna give her a nice natural yet textured finish. So I'm mixing B and C curl. And when you mix curls, it gives additional texture. And then I'm also mixing lengths within each section as well. So you'll notice that my mapping says 13, 14, 13, so on. But within each section, I like to mix at least 2 different lengths as well. That'll add darkness and texture, and it'll also keep the lash set looking better for longer. So if you can visualize this, so I have, say, a 14 millimeter, and I have a 13, and I have a 12, and an 11, it almost creates a stair-like effect. So when we lose a long extension, there's not as much of a noticeable gap because we have 12s and 11s and stuff in there that are closer to the length of the natural lash. So it helps with the grow out immensely. It's called feathering. Today I have chosen a squirrel mapping for my lash set. And honestly, if you are ever unsure of which mapping to do and your client says, I like cat eye, which is, every client seems to say that, then squirrel mapping is a great option. It's like, I would say, the universal map, actually. And the reason why I say that is because it suits almost every single eye shape. Actually, in fact, it does somewhat suit every single eye shape. So anyhow, that is my choice today, and the reason why I chose is simply to go with the arch of Loren's eyebrow. We've done it before and it looks wonderful. So that's my choice today, and I am working again with that B curl 0.15 diameter classic and C curl 0.10 diameter handmade volume. You definitely want to stick till the end if you want this lash map, and then I may offer a little something special at the end of this video as well, a special discount code. So you'll want to stick till the end for sure. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you're feeling like it, you can give us a little suggestion on a video that you would like to see us make in the future. We want to tailor videos to you. So if you have suggestions, it's super helpful. And if you're feeling extra awesome, then you can head on to Google, look up Lost Artistry Lash, and if you've used our products and you love them, you can leave a review. That would be so helpful. I just finished applying my extensions and now I'm ready to use my Superbonder product. It cures the lashes without shock curing, which is amazing. So it allows our clients to get their lashes wet immediately after the service. It also creates a much more flexible hold of the glue. So that helps clients who like to rub their eyes. I mean, we still suggest not doing that, but it does help clients live their life a little bit better. Say they sleep on their side, on their face. It will help not snap that bond and make it a lot more flexible. It also helps lessen the likelihood of irritation, sensitivity, as it locks in those glue fumes, and just all around helps with lash retention. So once I'm done applying that, in one dip we'll do both eyes. I'm gonna use my bladeless fan, or any lash fan will do. Doesn't have to be bladeless. To let the product work its magic, so I do this for about a minute or two. And as promised, here is my lash map. And I promised a discount code as well. So whether you are a returning customer to Lost Artistry Lash or you are a first-time customer who's just intrigued by our products and wanting to give them a shot, here is a 10% off coupon code for your next order at Lost Artistry Lash. So you can head on to www.lostartistrylash.com and get 10% off your order using this code. Thanks for watching.